Hello, it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, you have inaugurations of a new room dedicated to the extractions of human DNA from blood samples for the international scene in Gaza receptions of class after nearly 2 years of interruptions. Welcome to our newsroom. 3 days after the mass half marathon, the winners in particular, the athletes of the Coast Guard Corps who grabbed the first three places on the podiums, as well as the other athletes were rewarded during a ceremony held today at the People's Palace. Prime Minister His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, accompanied by the Secretary of State for Sport Hassan Mohammed Kamil, the CEO of the Taush Road Dr. He, as well as the Ambassador of Djibouti to China Abdallah Abdullahi Miguel, honored this event with their presence. As did the Colonel of the Coast Guard Wais Omar Bogore, the Coast Guard athletes once again distinguished themselves on the podium, confirming their excellence in the discipline. For nearly 3 years, these athletes, supported by Colonel Bogore, have distinguished themselves thanks to the means and investment put in place to develop their potential. Their determinations and rigorous preparation paid off, allowing them to shine on the international sports scene. The winners were rewarded for their exceptional performances. The first in the half marathon, a Coast Guard athletes received a car as a reward. The Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble, officially inaugurated the new pediatric emergency department at the CHUD Peltier General Hospital on Sunday, 23 February 2025. The new department, designated to meet the specific needs of children and their families, is equipped with modern facilities and a specialist medical team, ensuring that pediatric emergencies are dealt with quickly and efficiently. It is part of the government's drive to improve access to care and the quality of health services for the very young. The ceremony was attended by the director of the hospital, Director General Dr. Omar Mahmoud Ismail, and the the technical directors Dr. Ahmed Boudak, Peltier Hospital technical directors Dr. Suleiman Noor Aye, and all CHD managers. During the inauguration, the Minister of Health visited the facilities and spoke to the health professionals involved in ensuring the best possible care for children in emergency situations. The event also provided an opportunity to present the progress made under the National Child Health Plans and to reaffirm the government's commitment to providing more appropriate care. The Djibouti Ministry of Health then inaugurated the cardiac catheterization laboratory at the General Peltier Hospital. The General Peltier Hospital has thus strengthened its technical facilities with the opening of its cardiac surgery and cardiac catheterization center. The Minister of Health visited several blocks at the General Peltier Hospital Cardiac Surgery, Neurocerebral Palsy, and the Cardiac Catheterization Center. In doing so, the Minister of Health saw for himself the state-of-the-art medical equipment available to this specialist care unit. Yesterday morning, the Minister of Health also inaugurated a new blood sampling room and the first department dedicated to extracting human DNA from blood samples. This initiative marks a major step forward for the Republic of Djibouti in the field of genetics and personalized medicine. As part of the inauguration, the Minister also announced the establishment of the first patient's DNA biobank, an innovative project aimed at improving the biomedical researches and the development of targeted treatments. These biobanks will be precious resources for researchers and medical innovation. It will provide a better understanding of genetic disease and pave the way of patients' needs, said the ministers of the ceremony. The creations of these extractions represent a significant step forward For his part, the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdullah, stressed the importance of having facilities with modern installations.
This morning, we inaugurated a number of units within the cardiac surgery, pediatrics, and laboratory department. First, we inaugurated and reactivated the Vascular Catheterization Center at the CHU of Peltier, which has been renovated and re-equipped with new staff members. This center will be operational and will offer all the necessary services to the Djiboutian population. We have also expanded the pediatric department, and we are currently here in the pediatric service. Outside, we have an emergency unit for pediatric care, and here is the pediatric emergency block. For the first time, the CHU has opened a pediatric emergency service that will be operational 24 hours. Children will come here, so they will no longer be moved around. They will be here and will receive quality services. There will also be a doctor on duty permanently. Additionally, there is a day hospital with beds for inpatient care. We have also inaugurated a sampling block and we have expanded the laboratory. All of this is credited to the administrative of the CHU of Peltier and the CHU in general, and all the staff members who work here. I would like to sincerely thank all the healthcare professionals of every category who work within the CHU, especially at the CHU of Peltier.
The Ministry of Women and Family organized today a certificate award ceremony, and the inaugurations of a computer room at Kazaf Center. This event took place in collaboration with the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, with the financial and technical support of the European Union and the United Nations Development Programme. During the ceremony, several women who had successfully completed vocational training received their certificate, thus demonstrating their commitment and perseverance. Representative of the various partners institutions praised the efforts made to promote the empowerment of women and strengthen their capacity in the digital file. The event concluded with a visit to the computer room, where participants were able to discover the equipment made available and discuss with the trainers and beneficiaries the future prospects offered by this program. This new infrastructure marks an important step in the commitment of the government and its partners to the emancipation of women through education and vocational training. For his part, the Minister of National Education Vocational Training, Mustafa Muhammad Mahmoud, said that this new infrastructure marks an important step in the commitment of the government and its partner to the emancipation of women through education and vocational training. The new computer room, equipped with modern equipment, will allow beneficiaries to access training in offices, automations, programming and project management, thus paving the way for new economic opportunities. In her speech, the Minister of Women and Family, Muna Osman Aden, has stressed the importance of such initiatives to ensure sustainable economic and social inclusion. She also expressed her gratitude to the technical and financial partners for their support in setting up a project. This initiative aims to strengthen women's digital skills and promote their professional integration in an increasingly digitalized world. The Kuwaiti ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Saoud Al Saidi, organized an official reception at the Sheraton Hotel yesterday evening to mark the 64th anniversary of the National Day and 34th anniversary of the liberation of the State of Kuwait. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf, Mumin Hassan Barre, who represented the government at this important event. Many officials and diplomatic figures attended the reception, including ministers, ambassadors accredited to Djibouti, and representatives of international organizations and charities operating in the countries. His Excellency the Ambassador, Mr. Saoud Al Saidi, welcomed the guests in the company of the members of the Kuwaiti diplomatic missions creating an atmosphere of brotherhood and mutual respect between the two brotherly peoples, punctuated by congratulations and warm wishes. It should be emphasized that the reception was an opportunity to strengthen the historic and fraternal relations that unite the Republic of Djibouti and the State of Kuwait. They all affirmed the solidity of bilateral ties characterized by constructive cooperation in a wide range of political, economic, and cultural fields. The ceremony began with the playing of the national anthems of the two countries, the Republic of Djibouti and the State of Kuwait, in a majestic scene that was a source of pride and dignity. This was followed by the cutting of commemorative cake. In a speech delivered on this occasion, the Kuwaiti ambassador to Djibouti, Mr. Saoud Al Saidi, expressed his welcome to the participants present at this event, marking the 64th years of Kuwaiti independence and 34 years of Liberation Day. Mr. Saoud Al Saidi praised the deep fraternal relations between Kuwait and Djibouti, underlining the strength and continued development of bilateral ties in various sectors. For his part, the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf, Mumin Hassan Barre, has indicated that expressed his most sincere congratulations to the State of Kuwait on the occasions of the anniversary of independence and the anniversary of liberations, while reaffirming the depth of fraternal relations between the Republic of Djibouti and the State of Kuwait. The State of Kuwait has made remarkable achievements in the economic, social, and cultural sectors which have had a positive impact on the well-being and prosperity of its people. Kuwait also plays a leading role in regional and global humanitarian actions and has always been at the forefront of countries supporting relief efforts and charitable initiatives, in addition to its constant commitment to promoting the values of dialogue, peace, and cooperation between nations. The General Inspectors of the State of Republic of Djibouti, Mr. Hassan Isa Sultan, accompanied by Mr. Dubad Roble, Ambassador of Djibouti to Qatar, was received by his Qatari counterpart, Hamad bin Nasser Al-Misnad, Chairman of the Administrative Control and Transparency Authorities of the State of Qatar. The meeting focused on ways and means to lay the foundations for solid cooperation between the two countries in the areas of inspection work and transparency, and addressed a number of topics of common interests between the two parties, including the exchanges of expertise and the use of technology in the field of strengthening integrity and the fight against corruption in order to ensure the oversight, transparency, and integrity of the public services to prevent the commissions of crimes that affect public funds. As part of the process of registering Mad'a Afar as a UNESCO Intangible World Heritage, a delegation led by the President of the Supervision and Coordination Committee, Naguib Abdallah Mohammed Kamil, held a meeting with the local authorities, customary representatives, and various opinion leaders from the Obok region. This inaugural meeting took place in the large meeting room of the prefectures. The President of the Regional Council, influential figures, during his speech, Mr. Naguib Abdallah stressed the importance of active mobilizations of local community and their representatives to ensure the success of this process. Community leaders unanimously supported this initiative and commit to taking an active part in it. The application for registrations will be carried by the Republic of Djibouti in collaboration with Ethiopia and Eritrea, countries where this tradition is deeply rooted. During his speech, the Secretary General of the Prime Minister's Office, Naguib Abdallah Mohammed Kamil, stressed the importance of active mobilizations of local communities and their representatives to ensure the success of this process. He encouraged the Mad'a Afar holders and specialists to contribute to the inventory and express their consent freely and with full knowledge of the facts.
C'est une mission collective de haute importance. Elle est la nôtre et ne peut aboutir sans la mobilisation et l'implication de nous tous. Vive le Mada Afar, vive le sultanat de Rahaïta, vive le président de la République et vive la République de Djibouti.
As part of the International Scientific Conference on Energy and its Applications, 2025 is scheduled for February 25-27th, and at Ella Grand Hotel, a field trip was organized to explore the main energy site in Djibouti. This excursion allowed the experts and participants to discover the geothermal and wind potential of the country, highlighting the infrastructures and natural resources that will play a key role in the region's energy transition. The programs of this immersive visit included a strategic stop at several key sites in the country, allowing experts, researchers, and professionals in the sector to better understand local energy dynamics and ongoing initiatives in the field of renewable energy and geothermal energy. Participants explored the Grand Canyon and the Asal Gubet Rift, a major tectonic zone that illustrates the geothermal potential of the region. The Gubet Wind Farm, which harnesses the constant winds of the Gulf of Aden to produce clean electricity. The geothermal sites of Fiale and Galalikoma, where intense volcanic activities could be used to energy production. The thermal basin of Lake Asal, Koroli, an impressive natural site testifying to the underground heat that can be exploited for geothermal energy. The Ardukoba volcano, a young volcano whose last eruptions in 1978 changed the landscape and confirmed the geothermal activities of the region. This visit gave participants an in-depth understanding of the natural resources that Djibouti is counting on to ensure its energy independence. By closely observing these sites, the experts were able to measure the extent of the country's geothermal and wind potential, but also the technical and environmental challenges related to their exploitations. The president of the Ports and Free Zone Authority, Abubakar Umar Haddi, received yesterday at the Red Sea World a delegation from the Somali regions of Ethiopia. The delegation was led by the Honorable Abdul Hakim Sheikh Hassan Ali, head of the Trade and Transport Bureau of the region. The delegation also including the following officials: Ahmed Rashid Abdillah, head of the Investment and Industry Bureau; Shafi'i Ahmed Mialin, Mayor of Jigjiga; Ahmed Wali Hassan, President of the Chamber of Commerce. The objective of this high-level visit to the Republic of Djibouti was to explore opportunities for collaboration in trade and investment. The Somali regions of Ethiopia is recognized for its natural resources, livestock, and agricultural potential. The direct road connections between Djibouti and Jigjiga strengthens economic integrations by facilitating more efficient trade flows. Mr. Haddi stressed the importance of regional trade corridors in promoting economic integrations and opening new growth opportunities. He highlighted the need to improve trade through strategic initiatives aimed at connecting markets and reducing physical and non-physical trade barriers. Somali representatives attended detailed presentations on the Sea Air Cargo Initiative, showcasing innovative logistics solutions, business intelligence services offered by the DPCS Djibouti to support trade and investment. The Sea Star training programs aimed at strengthening youth entrepreneurship in East Africa. The president of the Port and Free Zone also invited the delegation to explore the opportunities offered by the future Maritime Academy Center, which will soon be launched in Djibouti in order to develop maritime expertise and strengthen regional trade capacity. The president of the Chamber of Commerce, Ahmed Wali Hassan of Jigjiga, said that this trip is the first time in Djibouti we visit Djibouti, and it will be the last. This meeting will be the first to open the door between Djibouti and the Somalian regions of Ethiopia, Jigjiga. I am proud that the road between Djibouti and the Somalian regions of Ethiopia, Jigjiga, will be completed in a short time. When this road is finished, Djibouti and Jigjiga will be close to each other. The Somalian regions of Ethiopia is the largest region in Eastern Africa that exports cattle. Mr. Abdul Hakim Sheikh Hassan Ali, head of the Bureau of Trade and Transport, said, "I am proud to be in Djibouti for the first time and to visit the whole port area. The modernizations of Djibouti is developing years by year. Djibouti is the first port area in all of Eastern Africa. The regions of Jigjiga has a lot of natural resources such as cattle." For his part, the president of the Free Zone Authority Port, Abubakar Umar Haddi, highlighted the importance of the trade sector. This sector, he hammered home, is the most dynamic. Without this sector, all this port, airport, and maritime infrastructure would not have seen the light of the day. To do this, a trade training center has been set up where all African countries can benefit. Ethiopia is the first country present at these training courses. These training courses refer to an educational programs and a course that aims to teach the skills needed to succeed in the field of trade, whether it is the shipping of goods, international trade, maritime or air transport. We must not forget two things to make the movement of goods difficult. First, there are geographical obstacles, namely bridges and roads, and documentations, including equipment prices, tariff, schedule, and customs. As part of its mission is to strengthen national cohesion, a military delegation visited the locality of Bakere and Sankal after a first stop in the southern regions of the country from 19 to 22 February 2025. This mission is part of a global commitment to consolidate cooperation between the armed forces and local populations while actively contributing to security and stability in these strategic areas. Upon their arrival in Bakere, the members of the delegation were enthusiastically welcomed by the inhabitants, testifying to the strong and lasting bond of trust between the Djiboutian army and the local communities. This close relationship illustrates a close cooperation between the military authorities and the population. A key partnership in security and development actions continuing in humanitarian commitment. The Djiboutian army provided essential medical support to local population. The team from the Dakhil Inter-Arms Regiment conducted consultation and provided care to many patients, mainly affected by febrile illnesses. This initiative helped to improve access to care in rural areas and relieved many residents. Grateful for this assistance, the residents expressed their gratitude to the military authority for their continued support and commitment to the security and the well-being of the populations. On the same day, the delegation visited Sankal, where it was also welcomed with the warmth and gratitude beyond security missions. The presence of the armed forces in these remote areas, including a human development dimension, is essential to the resilience of local communities. By combining security actions and support initiatives, the Djiboutian army aims to establish lasting stability and support populations in the face of socio-economic challenges in Bakere as in Sankal. This mission illustrates the desire of the Djiboutian army to build a safer and more prosperous future alongside the local population, far from being limited to a simple military presence. This commitment reflects a comprehensive approach where security and solidarity and development go hand in hand. The military delegation reaffirmed its determination to continue its support for the populations in sensitive areas by proposing sustainable solutions adapted to local realities. This initiative is a part of the ongoing effort of the Djiboutian army to guarantee peace, stability, and development throughout the territory. Colonel Wais Omar Bohore, commander of the Coast Guard, warmly welcomed a large delegation from the Japanese Coast Guard led by the Vice Admiral Kanosu Hiroaki, Deputy Commander of the Operations of the Japanese Coast Guard, to the premises of the Coast Guard General Directorate located at the stopover in the presence of at Escale, in the presence of officers from the two institutions after a major ceremony in honor of Vice Admiral Kanosu Hiroaki, Deputy Commanders of Operations of the Japanese Coast Guard. Colonel Wais Omar Bohore received the large delegation in the reception room to welcome them and give them a comprehensive presentations of the various missions, facilities, and equipment of the Coast Guard. Indeed, during the meeting, the two officials raised several points in the area of maritime security and safety in the Gulf of Aden, and Bab el-Mandeb, the commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, and the deputy commanders of operations had fruitful and constructive discussions highlighting the very good cooperation and collaboration between the Republic of Djibouti and Japan, and the desire to further develop the existing bilateral relations between the two brotherly and friendly countries, and consequently the collaboration and coordination between the two Coast Guards. Vice Admiral Kanosu Hiroki, Deputy Commander of Operation of the Japanese Coast Guard, for his part praised the rapid development and major progress achieved in such a short time by the Coast Guard. He further affirmed that his country was ready to collaborate further with the Republic of Djibouti to support the considerable efforts of the Coast Guard. For the international scene, Gaza school returns resume after nearly 2 years of interruptions.
After nearly 2 years of disruption due to conflict, schools in the Gaza Strip have resumed. The Education Ministry announced that students are attending sessions at school that have been renovated or equipped, as well as through alternative educational points established in various areas. For students unable to attend in person, online courses are being provided to ensure continuity in their education. The resumption of classes followed the ceasefire agreement that took effect on January 19, 2025, the 16-month conflict. This period of violence had a devastating impact on Gaza's educational infrastructure, with approximately 85% of schools rendered inoperable due to bombardment. Additionally, at least 12,800 students and 800 teachers and administrative staff lost their lives, and 1,166 educational establishments were destroyed, resulting in damage exceeding $2 billion.
Israel suspended the release of 620 Palestinian prisoners.
Has postponing the release of over 600 Palestinian prisoners, citing concerns over humiliating hostage handover ceremonies conducted by Hamas. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu criticized this event as humiliating propaganda leading to the delay. In response, Hamas has suspended further negotiations demanding the result of the 620 Palestinian prisoners as previously. In response, Hamas has suspended further negotiations demanding the release of the 620 Palestinian prisoners as previously agreed upon. Hamas officials stated that any further talks are conditional on Israel fulfilling its commitment to release the prisoners. The United States has expressed support for Israel's decision to delay the prisoner release.
And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.